It is time for another Mobile Minute. Chuck, there's got to be some kind of trend that is happening right now that retailers are falling all over themselves to be implementing. What is it?
Well, at a recent Mobile Insider Summit that MediaPost runs out in Lake Tahoe, we spent a few days on panels and speeches and so forth, and with a lot of industry leaders. And the term Omnichannel, of course, is the buzz of the day. And it wasn't long into the program that we heard Omnichannel. But another term that we heard pretty frequently was geo-conquesting. Which is a terrible term. It's like augmented reality. It's just an awful, awful term. But what geo-conquesting is basically using location technology to build a geofence essentially around your competitor's store or your competitor's product. I don't really refer to this as hijacking, which I think is better than geo-conquesting. But the big effect in this is at retail. And if you look at some of the research that's out there, an ad firm called Verve, they do a lot of tracking of this. They found that that auto, retail, and QSR, quick service restaurants, are the biggest places where this stuff essentially works. And the biggest one where the effect is at retail, and that's a big deal because there's a lot of retail, as we know. A good example of this is you buy a car and someone basically tracks you when you come into your lot, so you know who that is. You predetermine that that's a potential customer for a car. You then track that customer, and when they go to a competitor's lot, you then provide them with a message, a marketing message that says, "Hey, here's an incentive to come back to our lot." And that's really what geo-conquesting is all about. It's essentially hijacking the customer before they buy somewhere else.
What's going to happen when everybody is geo-conquesting everybody else? And it's like, is it going to get crowded? Is it going to get noisy? Is it going to become less effective?
That's a great question. The great irony is that the consumer is going to get messages that are irrelevant in terms of the place where they physically are. They're going to be getting messages to try to get them to go somewhere else. It's going to be really interesting to watch this evolve. I don't know which way it's going to go.